Baby, Anthony Edwards said, fuck them monthly payments. Give me the total. He basically saying, I'm not finna finance nothing, including them kids. How much is it? You not finna drag me back to court every time you want to increase running up my attorney's fees. How much is all 216 payments? And come to find out, the baby mama is like 38 years old. Anthony is like 23. Girl, you knew exactly what you was doing. But he hit you with that plot twist and was like, I don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. I give you all the money up front. You better budget wisely over the next 18 years. You wanted a check, I'll write you a check, but it's the only one you gonna get. Ladies, y'all better quit trying to trap these YNs. They don't give a damn. They not gonna beat around the bush with you. They'll just flat out tell you, I don't want that damn baby. And I do feel bad for that baby though, cause the baby ain't did nothing to nobody. But ladies, y'all gotta stop trying to tie these young men down with responsibilities that they don't want, cause they not gonna take them. And then you already know she was on some, I'm gonna trap his ass type of shit. Cause right before she had that baby, she moved to California. Anthony filed his case in Georgia. California has stricter child support laws than Georgia does. She was trying to get more money, but that shit backfired on her ass. Because Anthony said she moved to California for the sole purpose of trying to get more child support. And the judge agreed with him and sent that case back to Georgia. She tried to manipulate the system, and Anthony said, I can't be manipulated. Girl, just go and take your check and leave that man the hell alone.
Did you hear the rumor that NBA star Anthony Edwards told a judge that he wanted to pay 18 years of child support up front because he didn't want to have nothing to do with his baby mama or their child? This is 38-year-old Aisha Howard, a brand ambassador who gave birth to a daughter named Aubrey in October of 2024. And this is Anthony Edwards. He plays ball for the Minnesota Wolves. And apparently and allegedly, he got 3 different women pregnant last year. He met Aisha in Georgia. And after he got her pregnant, she sent him a text message letting him know that he was going to be a father. Anthony immediately told her to have an abortion. And she said she didn't want to do it because she had just had an abortion 2 years ago and she regretted it. So he told her that child gonna be fatherless, and then he blocked her on every social media platform to let her know he was serious. He did not want a child with her. So she went through the entire pregnancy alone, and right before she gave birth, she moved to California and had the baby named Aubrey in a California hospital. As soon as she gave birth, she filed a paternity lawsuit in California asking for Anthony to be added to the birth certificate and for him to reimburse her for all of the costs associated with her pregnancy and to establish child support to support her and the child for the duration of the child's childhood. After they took a DNA test and Anthony was the father, he said, that's okay, I'm the father, but I don't want visitation rights or custody. She can have her. The only thing Anthony asked for was for child support to be determined in Georgia because he believed Aisha moved to California so that she can get a bigger child support payment out of him. So he filed a separate paternity lawsuit in Georgia and waited. And lo and behold, the California judge agreed with Anthony and determined that the Georgia judge will preside over the child support case. And then rumors began circulating that Anthony asked to pay the entire 18 years of child support up front because he don't want to have nothing to do with Aisha. Even though there's absolutely no evidence that he really said that, people are angry and saying, dang, he must seriously hate her and that child. People are debating what happened to Aisha, where she couldn't lock down this YN like Drea did. What do you think of this crazy situation? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierka with the T. Follow for more.
Anthony Edwards asking the judge if he could pay the 18 years of child support up front is honestly not a shocker to me. This is the same man who responded to "Do you hate me?" with a he's, with a typo. This man was typing so quick that he ended up saying he's instead of yes. This is also the same man who tried to encourage her and tell her, hey, I think you might want to get rid of it because I'm not about to be a father to this child. I'm honestly not shocked. I don't even believe that he doesn't want to be a father, but I feel like he doesn't want to be a father to a kid coming from this woman. That's just my hot take. Sometimes people turn you off so bad that you don't want nothing to do with them. Y'all must have forgot what J. Cole said. She's the one who decides if we have a baby. I got no say. A man doesn't have the right to say if he wants a kid or not. He knows the only way he could be let off the hook is if he just pays what he needs to pay. I just feel like if a man is telling you that he doesn't want you to have his kid and you want to still have that child, Just be prepared to have that conversation with that child when that child becomes of age. Just be ready for those questions. Mommy, why doesn't daddy want me? Because no matter what, a child is always going to want to know where they came from. So just be prepared to tell them, hey, you came from so and so, but he didn't want you. He didn't want us.
Can't believe that Anthony Edwards told the judge that he will pay 18 years upfront full of child support so he don't come in contact with Aisha Howard. If Don't Ever Contact Me Again was a person, it would be Anthony Edwards. They both trifling, and I feel so sorry for the child. She doesn't deserve this, and she's the only one who's going to suffer at the end. Argue with whoever, but the baby is the only victim in this case. He told Aisha Brighter's that he don't want a kid, and he should have wrapped up, so it's like they both messed up on their part. But I can say this, though. If he pays up front and she spends all that money and doesn't invest it for that baby, she ain't getting no more. And she cannot ask for more at all because Anthony is cutting all contact. I don't know what Aisha was on, but to keep a baby to be spiteful towards Anthony is just wrong. Nowadays, some women date for a meal ticket instead of love, and you get yourself into these predicaments and you can't get out of it. So she stuck with a baby. He gonna pay child support. She got the money. She happy. He happy. Who cares? I'm so glad this is finally settling, and I just pray baby girl can have a relationship with her dad. But if not, it should be a lesson for you girls. Do not open your legs if that man don't want to have a child, because you will be a single mom. Anthony Edwards will show y'all.
All right, you guys. Well, apparently people are saying that she hasn't got paid up front. Aisha Howard is reportedly throwing water on the rumors that NBA star Anthony Edwards paid the entire of his child support payment up front. The rumor began on March 31st when a user on X claimed that Edwards, 23, requested to pay the whole 18 years of child support up front to Howard. The post quickly went viral, and on April 2nd, another user claimed that the Timberwolves All-Star confidentially paid $1,080,000 in child support all at once. But Alicia, whose Instagram bio says she is a CEO brand ambassador, has reported denied the rumors in an exclusive statement to the Shade Room on April 2nd. There are no court documents, motions, or proceedings that have occurred, nor have I offered or agreed in such terms, Alicia said. The website reported that Alicia has also posted an Instagram story suggesting the story was untrue. Where do these lies be coming from? She reported. She also posted a graphic that read, "You ever heard a rumor about yourself and actually want to hear more? Like, no way. What did I do next?" Edwards has not commented on the situation. On November 14th, Alicia shared her first photo of her baby on social media and announced her daughter's name, Aubrey Summers. "You are officially 1 month old. Today makes 30 beautiful sleepless nights and a lifetime to go," she wrote. Anthony is also a father to a daughter named Aislinn, who he shares with his current girlfriend, Shannon. The couple welcomed Aislinn in March 2024. Shannon also shares one son, Crew, with rapper Chief Keef. The status of the couple's relationship and the rumors of another child with Alicia remains unknown. In August, Shannon traveled to Paris to see him win, the Olympic gold or whatever. In December 2023, Paige Jordan claimed that Anthony impregnated Alicia and then pressured her into having an abortion, according to multiple outlets. In response to a photo, Paige apparently sent a positive pregnancy test and information about an upcoming doctor's visit. Anthony allegedly wrote, "Hell nah, I can't do this and get an abortion. LOL." Why would he put laugh out loud in a text message? What? So he didn't really want her to get an abortion? Because he didn't seem serious. Anthony allegedly told Alicia, "Man, you can't force a kid in the world." Screenshots showed that Anthony allegedly offered Paige $100,000 to get the abortion and then pressured her into sending him a video of herself taking the pills for proof. "You got the money now," Anthony apparently wrote in a text asking her what the holdup was and sending the video. The claims quickly made rounds on social media, and Anthony addressed the allegations in a statement. "I made comments in the heat of a moment that are not me and that are not aligned with what I believe and who I want to be as a man." Anthony began in his statement, "All women should be supported and empowered to make their own decisions about their bodies and what is best for them." Anthony continued, "Well, wow." The Timberwolves star said he will be handling personal matters privately and will not be commenting on them any further. Well, you have to say that because people be coming for your neck if you didn't say that. But apparently, you guys, the rumors are not true. He has not paid his child support up front. But how likely is he going to really pay it up front like that? Because the average man can't. They don't have the funds. So I don't think this is like an average man situation. Okay, so per my research, I there's no how can I say it? There's no he can legally pay it up front in one lump sum in Georgia per my research, but it has to be written like an agreement. They have to write out, "I paid you up front, you can't come back, you can't get no more," and both of them have to sign it. Okay, so he can pay it all up front if both adults consent to it. But is she really going to consent to it? Maybe not. We don't know. This is all alleged, even though she cleared up the rumors today. So we'll see where this goes. But to me, he didn't really seem serious, like he wanted her to get an abortion, because everybody in the video was making it seem like, oh, he was serious and this and that. But the thing really said, he said LOL, so I didn't think he would be serious about her getting an abortion. And I don't know who Paige is. I don't know if Paige is Alicia's assistant or whoever. Because, man, if he paid her $100,000 to get an abortion, I don't think I would get an abortion. I would just give him the money back or tell him don't send it or whatever. But yeah, so that's what I found out. But the average man isn't going to be paying child support. They be dodging child support, but they're not going to pay it all in one lump sum. This is just not what they say what do they call that, a start, that all men are going to do this. No, that it's just not. But we'll see. This is very interesting that you want to have a wild night and you're not prepared for the consequences. you know, it takes two to tango and it takes two to make a baby. One delivers, one squirts it in. But hell, what do I know? I'm just a talking head. Have a great day, YouTube.
People are failing to realize Anthony Edwards is really about to change the whole entire game up when it comes to child support. My thing is, imagine all of the men that's out there that feels like they gotta be tied or deal with somebody for 18 years that have the money and can pay it up front. A lot of men are going to start doing that. And to be honest, yes, I feel bad, but at the same time, I can't, because y'all women need to learn. A man say he don't want a fucking child, he don't want the fucking child. I get it, he shouldn't have laid down with you unprotected, but you should have also been on birth control or not let him lay down with you unprotected. It takes two. It takes two. I don't care. But besides the point, y'all, imagine how many rich men are literally about to do what they want because they know they can take the easy way out of just paying 18 years of child support up front and don't have to deal with her or the child ever again. Woo! One thing these ladies need to start doing is just being smart. However you want the game to play, if you do get the lump sum, you better have an investment plan. That's all I can say.
Anthony Edwards said, let me cash y'all out for 18 years right now. Let me pay 216 months of child support today, and that's it. I don't want to pay nothing else. That's it. That shit is crazy. Sad part about it is the only person that is going to suffer in all of this is the kid. And I say that to say is, as human beings, people need to start making better choices, man. What him and Shorty got to remember is that baby ain't asked to be here, man. There's going to be a lot of people that say they understand where he coming from. There's going to be a lot of people that say they understand where she coming from. But who can understand the baby? The baby is going to suffer. Anthony Edwards said, I don't care about nothing. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to pay the money that I owe and go ahead on with my life. And anybody that know child support wicked. Anthony Edwards fucking around and pay that, and they lock him up for paying that. Shit is crazy. Just imagine he was paying her 10K, 20K a month. Let's just say 20K a month. 20K a month times 216 months. That's 18 years. It's $4,320,000 that he ready to pay right now if his payments was 20K a month. That boy said, get out of my head now. I got to make better decisions, man. Pay attention.
That NBA money hit different. Anthony Edwards said, man, I'm trying to pay 18 years worth of child support up front. No strings attached. Don't matter how much it costs. You know that's going to be millions of dollars. That bit done hit the jackpot, boy. I ain't lying. We talking about the average monthly child support for a nigga his status. You looking at $30,000, $40,000 a month. Even though the kid don't need that much money a month, that's just about what it be. Some of them be hitting even harder, depending on what state you in. That's why they say the baby mama, Aisha, she moved to California. Because in California, you know, everything much more expensive. But the judge in Georgia ruled in Anthony Edwards' favor for them to proceed in Georgia under the law over there. So he will save money there. I think you're looking at definitely between $5 million. It could range anywhere between $3 to $10 million though. Cause you know, Edwards got a damn $250 million contract, man. That's why that girl said she wasn't getting rid of no baby. Talking about, yeah, I had an abortion about 2 years ago and she seen them dollar signs. But regardless of how much she can get $10, $20 million. That junk ain't gonna hurt dude's pocket at all. But people do need to be held accountable. You gotta be responsible as a man to wrap that shit up, or don't be having casual sex with just any and everybody. I mean, I ain't a saint. We all make mistakes, but I do be trying to be intentional about who I mess with. Like, if I don't see you being my wife or my girl or me actually fucking with you for real, I ain't about it. I'm definitely not about it. You might fuck around and hit them, but you definitely ain't about to just raw dog no shit like that. That I don't really see me fucking with you like that for real. And he had like 3 on pregnant last year, some shit. 3, 4 bitches come out pregnant. Like, could just, yeah, man, you got to be a little smarter than that, homie. Got too much paper on the line.
Anthony Edwards is trying to pay all 18 years of his child support up front. He said, how much is it going to cost for me to pay all 18 years right now? That is a man that you know don't want nothing to do with your damn child or you. This is the most unhinged thing I have heard from a person in my life. But at the same time, this man told you he did not want that child. This man told you he was not going to be a part of that child's life. But he sat there and said to the judge, how much is it going to cost me to get rid of this damn child out of my life? I ain't never got to see it. I can pay for it up front. It's never going to be a part of my life, nor my kids' lives, nor my future wife's. None of that. Oh my God, girl, who did you lay with? I feel like there should be a fucking contract before you sleep with somebody now. I feel like there needs to be a mutual contract and an understanding that if a child pops out, this is what's happening moving forward. I feel like y'all need to sign contracts now before y'all lay with somebody, because this shit, I've never heard a man say, let me pay all 18 years up front so I don't have to see you or this damn child. That is fucked up. That baby is going to be traumatized for the rest of its life.
To pay 216 months of child support up front is crazy. Anthony Edwards said he don't want nothing to do with his child with Aisha Howard. And he like, I would rather pay 18 years of child support up front to not deal with her or the baby. And I think that's like crazy. I mean, I know you didn't want the baby, but well, you said you didn't want the baby, but you kind of did want the baby because you had a baby with her. I mean, you could have just not had unprotected sex with her. Then you wouldn't have a baby at all. She had upped and moved to California, had her baby in California because in California you get more child support. But the judge said, no, we're going to do it in Georgia where the baby was made at. He, like, regardless of what it is, he just wanted to pay her. And I wouldn't say he right or wrong. I mean, 18 years of child support at like $10,000 a month, that's $2.1 million. So he probably like, I just want to get this over with. And I'm pretty sure she just like, well, go ahead and give it to me. But I feel like, I mean, if you're a child, if you sign the rights over, then yeah. But to not want nothing to do with the child at all, like that is a part of you. Like, I don't know. Figure it out and call me back.
Okay, Mr. Edwards, so child support is going to be set at $10,000 per month.
Yeah, I understand all that, Your Honor, but how much is going to be in total?
Oh, for the year, well, that's going to be...
No, I'm talking about for all 18.
Oh.
What part of I never want to see this hoe again don't y'all understand?
Damn.